Yo, 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 what's up, everyone? It's your boy Matt here. I'm in Namba again. It is May the 5th. May the 5th be with you. The famous Star Trek day, right? Yeah, I'm here in Namba for the NMB Theater show B2. They're doing two shows today. I'm going to the afternoon one because I have a busy schedule today. I'm going to be going to Comic-Con after the show, right after the show, so hopefully I'll be reporting on that if it's not crappy. Otherwise, I'll cut this part out. But yeah, I'm here for B2 with some prominent members going to be here. We got Misaki is here, Yunanan's here, Xeon's here, IP's here, Wakanyan's here. Yeah, so all the 7 gens are here, and then a bunch of 8 gens. But yeah, it's my first B2 show with the cheering, so it's going to be exciting. And yeah, so I went in, got my ticket. I'm ticket 129. Whatever that means, we'll find out after the show where we at. It's probably bad. I'll assume it's bad. But yeah, they actually already decorated the inside of the lobby with like some post request hour concert decorations. So actually, you go in the lobby right now. They have like first they have like the top 3 songs. So it's Swan Boat, Yume Niganai, and Time Bomb. And they have pictures of them like gold, silver, bronze, first, second, third. So that's pretty cool. And then they also have like a display of the Swan Boat costume that you can look at and take pictures of. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, we're going to be going in a little bit, so I'll see y'all after the show. Alright, so yeah, just got done watching the Team B2 show here at NMB Theater. So this is my first time seeing the show with the cheering and the calls aloud, so that was really exciting. Ishukan, Getsuyobi, and Otojiana are bangers, so it was really fun to actually get to do with the cheers and such. And yeah, and then they went to the introductions, introduced themselves, and they had a weird theme today, like where they all like talked in this weird like baby talk, like kiddie talk. Yeah, so when they explained, okay, it was Kodomo no Hi, or Children's Day here in Japan, which is like a special holiday during Golden Week. I was like, oh, okay, I understand it now. But also, like, the joke was kind of cringe, so I was like, Anyway, there's that, and then they went to the units. So cheered for Misaki during Hartagata no Virus, so that was good. And then I cheered for Yuranan during Runner's High. And then for the third song, I'm forgetting what the name is, like Shikiro whatever. I had my feelings at the IP, but then like halfway through that song, I just like kind of fell asleep, kind of dozed off, because like that song, the nature of that song is like very like, kind of lulls you into this weird like sense. It's yeah, so it's a shitty song too. So yeah, that happened. Oh yeah, and then as for like the MC, so I think the first MC was they're talking about like funny things that happened during like the Handshake events this last weekend, and IP mentioned how like they only had like 10 minutes between breaks, and she was really hungry, so she had to cook some like cup udon, and then I guess there was enough time by the time she finished cooking it, or like it was getting ready or whatever. It was already time to go back on into the handshake, so she tried eating it while it's like slowly like still hard, and it's really weird for her, but she managed to finish it, so that was kind of funny. Yeah, and then the back half has its moments. I think this is my first time going to a show where they had Honest Man as added to the set list. They did that pretty recently. But like at the rate they're going here, like with B2, they keep on adding songs. Like every time I come to a B2 show, like they add more songs to it. It's kind of like the Jack in the Box menu. They just add more stuff, never take anything off. So at this current rate, probably like assuming like they don't shuffle anytime soon, I don't know. That's probably gonna be like 3 hours in like 2-3 months from now. Yeah, and then the other MC they did was I guess like congratulating themselves for getting first in the request hour, for getting Swan Boat to get first place. I mean, as I mentioned before, they had like some like photos and like the costumes in the lobby. So yeah, and I guess like IP said like I guess the topic was like what do you guys want to do like to celebrate this? And so IP is like, oh, I want to make a music video for Swan Boat. So she's like kind of looking into like how to do that and stuff. And then Misaki said she wants to go to Universal Studios with everyone, and IP's like, oh, well, who's going to pay for that? And then they're all like, oh, IP, you're going to pay because you're the captain, So then IP gets like a little like flustered with that. And then Wakanyan's idea is like, oh, she wants to have yakiniku with all B2 and all of the B2 fans. And like, and then oh, of course the IP is going to pay for it, and all the fans are getting in on a joke like, oh, thank you IP. So that was pretty funny. Let's see. Yeah, then we get to the encore, and they actually had like a little like kind of little speech. Some guy in the crowd like started a speech, kind of like, hey, you know, Swan Boat got first place in request hour, and so I guess for going forward, when they do Swan Boat, you're gonna turn your pen light to white because that's the color of a swan. And yeah, and then they started doing a B2 call instead of an encore call, so that was pretty cool. Yeah, and then yeah, the encore happened, and then they did the lucky ball toss or whatever. My seat was not selected. It was like 2-3 rows in front of me. That guy got it. But yeah. Also, yeah, I guess speaking of which, my seat was not very good. So it was 129, which was about like third row from the back, but I was in the middle. So I mean, good position. But I would say not even a good position because the guy in front of me was like really, really tall. Basically blocked my view for like the entirety. So it's kind of like, you know, like the pillars out of the AKB theater. It's like that, but it was a dude. So I basically had to look like off to the left and off to the right. Unfortunately, Misaki ended up being like, you know, in the middle for a lot of the show, and Yunanon as well. So it was yeah, it was not good. Yeah, and then yeah, we got to the Miyokuri, and at the Miyokuri there was let's see, had to wait a while. But yeah, I prepared like my custom uchiwas I made for Yunanon and Misaki, and so Yunanon was like in the middle, and Misaki was at the end. So it was like, okay, this is gonna be a good position for me. Yeah, so I started going through, and I'm wearing like my Show Me shirt that has my name Matt written, and so people were like, you know, saying thank you or whatever. Aya Pyeon saw me wearing a Mario hat, and she's like, oh, Mario, and she does like a weird jump thing. Yeah, and then but yeah, some pretty messed up shit happened during the Miyokuri. So like, I don't know where exactly. It was like four or five people in front of me. I guess like they like showed Yunanon or told Yunanon something, and it started making her cry like uncontrollable. It didn't seem like a good cry. She covered her face and was like just looking down, looking really bad. And so yeah, and then I thought I would go past her. I was like trying to oh Yunanon, hey, you know, but you know, couldn't hear me. Probably like, you know, too caught up in her emotions. Yeah, and then I get to Misaki, show her the Uchiwa. She's like, oh, thank you. And then yeah, that was a Miyokuri. But yeah, yeah, I mean, whatever the person did in front of me to make Yunan cry, that was really fucked up. One for making her cry, and two for ruining my Miyokuri. That's the real crime here. But yeah, overall, yeah, it was a good show. Would recommend. B2 is probably like, you know, the best of the regular teams in B2. B2 probably is the most like fun, you know, best set list and whatnot. And yeah, actually, so I noticed, you know, Rich, he was like a couple rows in front of me, and I actually helped him earlier, like write a message because I guess it's probably gonna be his last theater show while he's in Japan. And he basically wrote like a message like, oh, you know, I'm going back to Hawaii. I guess I wrote going back to Hawaii tomorrow. Thanks for everything. He's actually going back like next week. But yeah, he like wrote that and then like showed it to the members, and I guess they all got like really like jealous, like, oh man, I want to go to Hawaii. Yeah, so he got really good res from all the members. I was watching that, so that was really good for him. But yeah, this is going to do it for the B2 report here on March 5th. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think about you know, NMB or whatnot in the comment section. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, all that stuff, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.